If you've been enjoying these stories, take a second to subscribe. We're working toward our first 1,000 subscribers, and every single click truly matters. It takes just a moment to press that subscribe button, but it helps us more than you know. Become part of our growing community, and let's reach 1K together. Thank you for being here and sharing this journey with us. It was meant to be easy. Just a retirement celebration for my uncle, hosted at the private golf club in Naples, Florida, where my sister works as the general manager. Neutral territory. Public enough that everyone would keep their behavior in check. At least, that was the idea. In my family, sharp humor has always been treated like a sport. Sarcasm is strength. Teasing is tradition. If you show hurt, you lose. If you laugh along, you survive. I learned to laugh early. My daughter, Chloe Parker, is 9 years old, 1 year younger than she was before. She's thoughtful and observant, the kind of child who listens carefully before she speaks. And she doesn't laugh when something isn't funny. I saw it happen from across the patio. My sister, Vanessa Parker, had gathered a small circle of people around her, our cousins, a few club members, and some of her staff. Chloe stood near her, holding a flimsy paper plate, her shoulders slightly drawn inward. "And this one," Vanessa said lightly, gesturing toward Chloe, "she's just like her dad, too sensitive and overly dramatic." Then she added, almost playfully, "Honestly, kind of pathetic." The word hung in the air. A few people chuckled awkwardly. Others forced polite smiles. Chloe's eyes filled with tears immediately. She didn't cry. She didn't protest. She just went quiet. That silence is what broke me. I've heard worse from my own family. Dramatic. Soft. Too emotional. My mother used to warn me that if I kept taking everything personally, I'd never survive in the real world. But hearing my daughter described the same way, publicly, casually, felt different. This wasn't harmless teasing. It was inheritance. The same label passed down like a family heirloom no one wanted. I walked over calmly. I didn't raise my voice. "Chloe," I said softly, holding out my hand. She took it right away. Vanessa rolled her eyes. "Oh, come on. It was a joke." I didn't argue. I didn't give her the dramatic reaction she expected. I simply led Chloe toward the exit. As we walked away, my mother's voice followed us, sharper than Vanessa's. "Always the difficult one," she muttered, just loud enough for me to hear. I'd heard that one before, too. In the car, Chloe stared out the window in silence. After a few minutes, she asked, "Is pathetic worse than stupid?" I kept my eyes on the road. "No," I answered carefully. "But neither of those words describe you." She nodded slightly, though I could tell she wasn't convinced. That night, I didn't replay the insult. I replayed the laughter. The club members who chuckled politely because Vanessa signs their contracts. The employees who looked away. The fact that this happened in a space governed by a strict code of conduct. I knew the policy well. Vanessa once bragged about enforcing it against a member who harassed a staff member. "Zero tolerance," she'd said proudly. The retirement party had been partially sponsored by the club. The event space had security cameras. And I had something else. Earlier, I had been recording a short video of Chloe dancing awkwardly with her cousin. I had stopped filming just before Vanessa's comment, but the audio continued for a few seconds. I listened to the clip 3 times. If I had acted out of anger, I would have called Vanessa that night and yelled. Instead, I opened my laptop and wrote a formal complaint to the club's board of directors. I described the incident objectively. I attached the audio. I referenced the club's own conduct policy and noted that members and staff were present. I didn't demand punishment. I requested a formal review. The reply came faster than I expected. They confirmed the matter would be investigated under both workplace and member conduct guidelines. By mid-morning the next day, my phone lit up with my mother's name. I let it go to voicemail. An hour later, she was standing at my front door. She didn't sit down. "What have you done?" she asked, her voice tight but measured. "I filed a complaint," I said evenly. "You're trying to destroy your sister's career." "I'm asking her employer to follow their own rules." My mother pressed her lips together. "She could lose her job. Do you understand that?" Yes, I replied. There it was, the shift. For once, the consequences weren't hypothetical. This wasn't another heated dinner argument that would dissolve by Thanksgiving. This was documented. Formal. Real. She was joking, my mother insisted. She was in a position of authority, I answered. And she said it in front of her staff. My mother's tone softened, which was unusual. Withdraw the complaint, she said quietly. Please. This will follow her. I thought about Chloe in the car, trying to rank insults by how much they hurt. I'll consider it, I said slowly, if she apologizes to Chloe directly. Not to me. To her. And she needs to acknowledge what she said. My mother stared at me like I had made an outrageous demand. That's humiliating, she said. It was humiliating, I replied. 2 days later, Vanessa called. She wasn't angry. She sounded controlled, like someone choosing her words carefully because legal advice was involved. This has gone too far, she said. It went too far when you said it, I answered. Silence filled the line. I was stressed, she finally offered. It was a big event. She's 9. Another silence. The club placed Vanessa on temporary leave while they conducted their review. News traveled quickly through the family. I received texts about loyalty, about keeping private matters inside the family, about betrayal. Chloe overheard one of the messages. Is Aunt Vanessa in trouble because of me? She asked. No, I said firmly. She's facing consequences because of what she chose to say. A week later, Vanessa came to our house. She didn't hug me. She knelt awkwardly in front of Chloe. I shouldn't have said that, she said stiffly. It was wrong. Chloe looked at me first. I gave her a small nod. Okay, Chloe replied quietly. There were no dramatic tears. No emotional speeches. Just discomfort. The club issued Vanessa a formal reprimand and required her to complete workplace conduct training. She kept her position, barely. Family gatherings have felt different ever since. Smaller. Tighter. I'm no longer asked to relax or take a joke. My mother speaks to me cautiously now, as if I've become unpredictable. Maybe I have. I don't know if I handled everything perfectly. Sometimes I wonder if I escalated a family flaw into a professional consequence. But last week, Chloe volunteered to present a project in front of her class. Her teacher emailed to tell me she spoke confidently and clearly. When I asked Chloe how it went, she shrugged. I just didn't want to be scared anymore, she said. There are costs to breaking old patterns. Distance. Awkward holidays. A seat at the table that feels slightly colder. But there are benefits too. Now, when someone calls my daughter sensitive, she doesn't shrink. And for the first time in my life, neither do I.